Magnetic Hill. Magnetic Hill is located in New Brunswick, Canada. It's Canada's third most popular natural tourist destination because of its amazing features and, of course, because it surprises people, especially when they see the parked cars being dragged to the top of the hill as if someone was pulling them up. We can also see how the water in the nearby drainage ditch seems to run upwards. How do you think this is possible? Well, you're seeing it now. Is this place really defying gravity? What's exactly happening on Magnetic Hill? As it usually happens when there's something unusual, there are several theories about what happens there. Some people think this is a paranormal fact, and others think this is a weird and strong concentration of magnetism. On the other hand, there are people who claim this is an optical illusion given this terrain doesn't have a defined horizon. Is it magnetism? Might it be an illusion? Is it perhaps a gravitational mystery? If you want to take a look at what happens on Magnetic Hill by yourself, you just have to park a car at the foot of the hill and put it in neutral. Remove the parking brake and you'll see how the vehicle seems to move up the hill by itself. Tourists wanting to experience this phenomenon have to pay $6 though. This is not the only hill on Earth where this mystery occurs. There are several magnetic hills all over the world, and people take advantage of their possible magnetism to increase tourism in nearby areas. What all these places have in common is that they have a road section at the base of a mountain and the horizon can't be seen. It's believed that if there is no horizon, our eyes create a fake perspective and thus the illusion of a lack of gravity. Number 4. Spook Hill. Spook Hill is located in Lake Wales, Florida. This is a mysterious hill where there's apparently no gravity at all. This place is so popular for the city's inhabitants that there is a sign there explaining the whole story of the hill and what you should do if you want to experience the phenomenon. Visitors must park their cars in a white line painted on the road, put it in neutral, and let it go up the hill instead of down with no help at all. The legend behind Spook Hill's effect dates from many years ago when an indigenous ethnicity from Lake Wales called the Seminoles were frightened by a crocodile. The tribal leader decided to face the crocodile to protect his people. They had a great battle and the tribe's chieftain won. That battle created the Tikowa Lake, and a few years later, when the chieftain died, they buried his body in the north. There are people who believe the legend, which says that the effect of the cars going up the hill with no explanation is due to the crocodile looking for revenge, or perhaps it's the chieftain who's still fighting to protect his land. However, the scientific explanation is that this is just another magnetic hill created from other limestone hills that used to be islands 3 million years ago. This was during an era when the sea levels were much higher. If you want to see this place with your own eyes, you must drive down Road 27 towards 17A right before getting to Lake Wales. Then, you should drive east and follow the signals that will take you directly to Spook Hill. This is a brief experience that lasts just a few minutes, and you don't need a ticket to see how the cars, or any other object you throw to the hill, moves with no explanation. Everything moves upward as if a special force is taking them in the opposite direction of how they usually go. Even though visitors don't recommend taking a long trip just to see Spook Hill, if you are in the area, you should take a ride there and experience this fun for yourself. Number 3. Barrahona's Magnetic Pole. In the south of the Dominican Republic, we can find another mystery place where gravity is apparently gone. This is Barrahona's Magnetic Pole, a rural road section located 8 kilometers from the Polo community, 700 meters away from the Bajaruco range. It's normal to think that things would normally roll down any slope, but in this place, we can see how a vehicle in a neutral position rolls up with no kind of manipulation at all. What kind of explanation would you give to this phenomenon? Gravity really doesn't exist in this place, or does it? This is so amazing that the road even has signs for the drivers to turn off their cars and watch their vehicles go up the hill by themselves. The same thing happens when you throw a ball or any rounded object. Everything moves up the slope instead of down. People go daily to see this steep road to live this inexplicable experience. Some people believe that there is indeed a lack of gravity, while others try to explain it again as an optical illusion due to the hill's shape, which makes us believe that streets goes up when it actually goes down, as it usually does. Despite this, the people who've experienced this definitely believe it's real. This in turn is why people keep visiting. Seeing this, do you really think this is magnetism or an optical illusion? If you haven't experienced this yet, we invite you to do so, as you can see, because there are many beautiful places around the world you can visit. Number 2. Mystery spot. One of the places where it would seem that gravity was turned off is a tourist attraction called Mystery Spot, located in Santa Cruz, California. This mysterious place has some puzzling sensations. Water runs up, people seem to tilt down, and way too many visitors get dizzy or even sick. All of this happens in a circular area about 45 meters in diameter. The ones who've had the chance to visit this place assure that gravity doesn't feel like it usually does. This area was discovered in 1939 by George Prather, an electrician and inventor who, alongside his team of topographers, witnessed for the first time how a compass went out of control here and how they all got dizzy by entering this terrain. A year later, Prather decided to build this mysterious tourist attraction in order to surprise its visitors, just like he was surprised at that point. Those who've had the chance to go there have experienced how hard it is to keep balance and maintain walking with no kind of trouble. Due to the incline, it's hard to know if you're really standing on this hill. This place has a wood hut with walls. The floors and roof all tilt. This allows visitors to walk in the top without falling down and even going up the walls easily. During a guided tour, people are also taken to a horizontal concrete slab where, if you put a person in each one of the corners, they'll look shorter than they actually are. The main theory to explain this is that the terrain might have some magnetic properties that makes gravity act a little differently than on the rest of the Earth. However, there are others who don't abandon the idea of an optical illusion because of the shape of the hill. What about the rest of the people who think this has something to do with aliens? Even though there's no scientific explanation, the truth is that it's very interesting to visit this attraction. What do you think after looking at this footage? Have you ever been there? Is there a special gravitational force? Could it be something from out of this world? Whatever the reason is, this is a fun attraction where you will experience different variations of perspective, gravity, and highness. Number 1. Rainbow Waterfall. Did you know that there's a waterfall that goes against gravity? We're talking about the Rainbow Waterfall, an inverted waterfall located in the Chilean region of Maule in Talca. Maule means rain river, and this is a totally accurate name for this naturally beautiful place. This waterfall disobeys the law of gravity because the water flows up to the sky, provoking a constant rainbow. Yep, it's just as you're seeing. The water goes up instead of down, just as if we were upside down, or it's raining upwards. Amazing, don't you think? What do you think is the reason for this? One reason is that there is a great rising wind that makes the water bounce from the ground when it falls, thereby generating a magical and admirable effect. This effect is a real demonstration of nature's power and how the wind is capable of defying gravity. If you ever have the chance to go to Chile, you might visit this incredible natural phenomenon considered to be one of the most attractive natural places in the world. You have to drive about 2 hours from Talca if you want to get there, and then walk a difficult path where you can get through Route 115CH from Talca. During the tour, you'll enjoy a beautiful view where peace and natural beauty are the main attraction. You'll also be able to take a bath in the natural pools in the area. This is certainly not an optical illusion, even though with the help of the wind, this inverted waterfall is really defying gravity. What do you think though? Would you like to visit this amazing place? Did you ever think a waterfall could throw water to the sky? Even though it seemed impossible, we just showed you that it does indeed exist.